What a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old.
Cool? Did you actually just call the queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country.
Yeah. I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her.
That's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first. We do whatever we can.
Right. But I'm still freaking out about what the queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she's willing to share.
We should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight.
Is it really that late?
The queen spoke with us for quite a time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. Going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. But please, relax. We're patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now, I believe that we shall be on our way.
Pardon me.
By your leave. By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Dorothy? That's a very modern name. Pardon my saying so, but it just doesn't sound right for you.
Ain't that the truth?
How about you, miss?
You may call me Karen.
Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name.
You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself.
Are you now? Oh, right. We're the Special Ops, but my name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. No, please, be safe on your way home.
Aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like all their eyes all changed when you told them your name.
Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation.
Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there.
What's all this noise about? Oh, Duke Dunon. That's the lady of the court. Well, you mates, you don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires who I'm instructing. This is Dorothy and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time.
Did he recognize us?
Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't. Come now, Philip. Enough of the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from your stiff upper lip and all. Pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy.
Oh, it's no bother.
Please don't concern yourself. You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you are both quite very lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you look best with that raven hair of yours even longer.
I'm honored.
Oh, yes. Dorothy, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening.
Huh?
Your Grace?
Ew, I do not want to serve him tea.
I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten. I know. Some folks can't simply appreciate the joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then. Whoa! Oh, right, Dorothy? You just let me know if you have any problems, anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give.
Thank you very much.
Aren't you cute? Yes, good, good. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Oh, you know Mr. Phillip personally?
Ever since we were children, though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see.
He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge.
Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you.
Please. I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right. Back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late?
Well, you see, Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company.
Huh?
Come closer. Now, do you understand?
Yes.
Hopeless. Completely hopeless. Captain Amalthea. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think it's a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So, where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. We were totally in the cellar. No, the kitchen? Kitchen. Oh, that's strange. I was making my rounds through there and I never saw you.
Well?
Come, let's not waste time on games. Actually, I've received reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters several times. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? Zen! Ah, now that's the stuff.
You're drunk.
Oh, hey, sorry. Hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice. Something like that we met up again, eh?
I suppose.
So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble?
Students?
No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally get you. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey, Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? We went to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh, well, I'll have to do with that, I guess. Hey, I had a great idea. You wanna come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand.
Of course.
It is late. We probably should just get to bed. Very good, then. Now, if you'll excuse us. Looks like we managed to convince her, at least.
What? Zen, aren't you drunk?
I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop.
No way, your face even got red.
He's focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercises, right? I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes.
You're an evil, evil man, Zen. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me.
Sorry about that. So, what's the story?
What story?
I would have thought it would be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen.
Whoa, wait, what? How did you...
Did Elnon tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything, but now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know?
I guess it's finally time to show you this.
Dear Zen Vathek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if I need it? Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberal, which means he's in Arabonia right now. That's the long and short of it.
The long and short of it? What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along.
That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again.
I suppose.
When did you realize that we were his kids?
I had a feeling from the outset, once I saw Estelle's technique with a bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it.
It would have been nice if you'd said something about it at all. We've been worried sick, wondering where Dad's been.
I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything, but I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret.
He knows this much, it wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right?
I agree. It's probably best to fill in on everything. It's a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own anyway.
I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you with that little request.
You will?
Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please, let me help.
We'd be glad to.
Thank you once again.
What is this place? I never would have imagined something like this even existed.
There's a rest area. This is a dungeon for sure.
It's even larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level.
Yes, sir.
Whoa! Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, so these must be archaisms.
He's gonna use the black orbment on it? Nope, just defeat them. Okay, that's cool. I understand the situation. You both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the professor's message to Her Majesty in person.
We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side?
Yeah, we're really gonna have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, you can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. Now then, Zen, it was purely providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself.
No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end.
I knew we could count on you, Zen. By the way, what's this A-rank business?
It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power, ranking from G on the bottom up to A at the top.
So he's the highest rank you can get? I never knew you were such a badass, Zen.
Well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent. But above that, there's an informal S-rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. And there's only 4 of those on the entire continent.
I'm not even sure I want to think about what they can do.
You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius.
What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Right?
Sorry, but yeah, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago.
I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army Soldier, Hidden Hero, Divine Blade, S-Rank Bracer. If he's really so damned awesome, then it sure would be nice if he came back to take care of this case.
You may be right. If he were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible.
Joshua, what's wrong?
Just thinking about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, it's just the impression I have.
Oh,
So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire? Am I correct?
No. I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who would possibly manipulate Dad like that without noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off.
well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though we were so close.
I didn't think that Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that two major events happened to overlap with each other.
Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot rely on Cassius's help. Therefore, I'm resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for.
Huh?
All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all Bracers in Grancel, including Zen, of course.
Okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get.
Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches. But the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today.
So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt.
This may be to stifle any activity on the part of any Royal Guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand.
Oh, fun. But we're up to it. So, do we have any solid idea on where the prisoners are being held?
That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place is the Air Royal Villa.
That's the building in the forest, right?
It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counter-terrorism, few would question it. And I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Lyston Fortress.
Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation though. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it.
Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with a reporter, correct?
You mean Niall?
We should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated.
So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia.
She helped us with the invitation before. We should let her know what's going on. So off to the cathedral then? There are 4 other bracers in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars in their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here.
Sure thing.
Alright, then off we go. And that should be it for the end of this episode.
Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you again soon. But until then,
Stay tuned.
ah!